A semester in alternate realities brought together 18 interdisciplinary undergraduate students to work intensively during the spring 2019 semester. Their goal was to develop and showcase virtual reality projects that portray meaningful experiences for the betterment of humanity and our planet. Over 13 weeks, the students utilized the Agile development process for an adaptive and organized pipeline that incorporated the use of Scrum boards, stand-up meetings, and iterative design. The semester included 3 public VR showcases with a focus on the final exhibition. The first 2 showcases each featured 4 projects, created in small groups, while the third showcase focused on refining the 4 experiences from the second, with no designated development collectives. As a beginning task, the class worked together to establish organization for the collective and consolidate feedback for necessary project adjustments moving forward. The large team continued developing the following 4 projects. Firstly, Aquatica takes you to our future plastic-filled oceans and tasks you with removing all organic life. Narrow Walls, your consciousness is transformed into a digitized existence to travel far away from the pains of reality. Fit for You is a personalized fitness experience that caters to you based on your personal information. The final experience is Siege, where you are guided by your inner voice to defend the Mind Palace from intruders. During our final showcase, our aim was to not only present 4 solidified projects, but also to create a cohesive, overarching meta-narrative that links them all together, while not having to sacrifice the narrative of the individual projects by adjusting them in a way that fits in. As a collective, we decided we would present ourselves as a group from the future, one that is bleak and dystopian, who have come back to present simulated depictions of our timeline to be with the aim to induce a change of lifestyle and behavior in our participants, ultimately putting the world on a new path and a different timeline. We noticed that all of the projects depicted dark themes in their own way and used that as inspiration for the meta-narrative that came to be. In the future we come from, the world has fallen into chaos due to carelessness for our environment, humans having destroyed the ocean, and loss of respect for the beings that reside within. We have willingly forsaken the value of personal data and information, giving it all to major corporations, and in result, giving them ultimate power, and have yet again fallen into conflict, resulting in nuclear war and an uninhabitable Earth. Lastly, as one project covered the topic of loneliness, we wanted to end on a positive note by incorporating the idea of internal conflict resolution and placing an emphasis on the value of interpersonal relationships. The overall user experience and goal for the showcase was for users to have a deeper care for themselves and the world around them. One setback we experienced in our previous 2 showcases was long wait times and our time slots rapidly filling up. This created a bottleneck and unfortunately resulted in some interested participants not getting a chance to try the VR for themselves. A high priority goal this time around was to not only create a more exciting showcase, but also to optimize the flow of people and ensure everyone gets an opportunity to try at least one virtual reality experience. To do so, we designed a floor plan that afforded an event structure broken up into individual zones which our guests would go through. This featured a designated waiting area containing our previous projects designed for the Oculus Go. Additionally, we had a main area that encapsulated the current 4 projects in their individual sets that tied in with our meta-narrative. In this area, we had our projects split in 2 paths to parallelize the participants going through. One path containing solely Fit for You, and another containing Aquatica and Narrow Walls, which would reconnect and end with Siege. Furthermore, we set up a post-experience zone with food and drinks, along with couches to conduct participant interviews, and so that our guests could talk to one another about their experiences. Furthermore, we created an area for individual experiences that showcased the same main 4 projects, however, with each experience with its own designated lineup and without a physical set, so that guests who did not have the time to run through the structured narrative still had the opportunity to experience at least one of the projects.
Did this experience bring up any feelings or thoughts about the sharing of your own data in your life?
Definitely, yeah. When I click on like an update for an iPhone, and they give you this massive list of things to read, nobody reads it. And then nobody really has the time or is stubborn enough to read the whole thing. So you're pretty much just might be selling your life away, right? You don't know.
Is that something you thought about before today, or is that new?
It's before definitely, but the experience really brought it back and kind of reinforced it. I thought it was really well done. I came here expecting like playing tennis on VR, soccer with VR, and it had more depth. Didn't expect that at all. And I think it's important because technology is growing so fast, humanity is growing so fast, and before we know, we're going to lose control. We're going to lose control. We might have people living in these realities, living other lives. You know, like in the Siege, you might have people living in alternate reality where they're happy in their little castle, or in the Fit for You, you know, might be doing more harm to themselves than they know of.
Overall, based on the user feedback gathered and post-experience interviews, we believe our goal to have people care more about themselves and the world around them has been achieved.